I just see you stalking literally every single girl that passes.
Is it any of your business though? You get spicy?
Regular.
Why? Are you Hispanic?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like spicy?
I do. I just
So-
don't like the spicy.
Are you
sauce.
serious? Do you get Chick-fil-A sauce though?
No, I don't like it. I just like ketchup.
Okay.
Hi. Oh my god, you're so pretty. Thank you.
Oh.
Are you just like out here talking to girls?
Oh my
Like,
What do you mean?
I've seen you talk to like 50 girls since like 10 a.m.
50?
About. Is this some sort of exposure therapy? I don't know.
Damn, this is the
I
biggest
just
cock
see
block
you-
I've ever seen in my life.
I just see you stalking literally every single girl that passes.
Is it any of your business though?
No, I'm just wondering, like, do you go here?
No, I'm doing a YouTube video actually, but say hi.
Oh, you're actually.
So,
I'm sorry, I
yeah.
didn't know.
No, you're cool.
I
man.
thought
We're
you were
just-
actually just being a creep.
You can search up my channel. That just happened. That's what we do.
Okay.
Use like different pickup lines and different reactions.
Oh, okay. I might have seen that on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram Reels too.
Oh, well, good luck with that. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure you weren't being weird.
Yeah, you're good. What the fuck? What?
So there are going to be a few points to this video, and I'm going to get straight to them. But before I do, please put a like on the vid, subscribe if you're new here, and all that good stuff, you know. The one thing I want to preface this with is 9 times out of 10, this is fake. When you look at YouTube and a lot of these, like a lot of this type of content, a lot of it is 100% fake. Now, the dude who is in this video, I know he does the street interviews and stuff like that. I'm sure the street interviews are real. But a lot of these people, and I can't say him specifically, but a lot of people who make this type of content, especially the gold digger content, a lot of it is fake. So just take this video with a grain of salt that it's possibly fake. The first point, and I'll make this very quick, chicks be cock blockers. That's just what it is. In this situation, she came out, seen he was having a conversation. There was nothing threatening about this shit. He wasn't doing nothing to the woman. And she felt the need to shut it down. It could be argued that there was some jealousy there because she said she seen him approach 50 chicks and she wasn't one of the 50. Everybody knows that if you approach 2 chicks at once and or multiple chicks, you know, you got to watch out and have a wingman for that friend because the friend gets jealous because women are naturally jealous and you know how that shit works. So they could throw a wrench in your whole shit. They could throw a wrench in your whole shit. It's almost like one woman's happiness is another woman's despair. We not even going to get into that creep shit, like all of that mislabeling and stuff like that, because that's like, you know, why even get into that? But the one thing I will say is that when it comes to babes, especially cock blockers and stuff like that, she approached the woman. She approached the woman. And then she approached the guy on some bullshit. She talked to the guy immediately after she talked to the woman on some bullshit. So that wasn't her trying to get the dude or nothing like that. And the point I'm making is most women don't have the nuts to approach a dude to try and get him. But on top of that, they have no idea what it takes. Most of them, they have no idea what it takes to approach one woman, nonetheless 50. They have no idea what type of mindset it is. They have no idea what it takes to even become that type of guy. And I would like to think that universally most guys respect that about another guy. You know, when it comes to women, I don't know if they respect it or care about it or whatever. I don't think it's something they're even aware of, that it takes anything to do that. I don't think they truly get it. So you get shit like this. So that's the first point. The second point will be the last point, and it's that basically this is one of the reasons why Cold Approach is dead. And why I really, you know, if you're going to do just one, that's cool, but like, you know, that pickup artist shit, that shit is dead. Like going out and doing like 18 approaches during the daytime, like just forget about that shit, bro. Like go get you a Bumble account, go get you all types of accounts, start swiping, go get you some better pictures, learn how to send a DM, get on Facebook, step your Instagram and Facebook game up, learn how to tell some jokes or something like that. You got to figure something else out, dog, because it's a lot easier in the digital era than having to go and put on your best fucking flannel in fucking August and approaching 50 women in the park and then risking getting called a creep or some weird shit like this just because you want some ass, just because you want to step your social game up and shit like that. This is why, when it comes to the pickup stuff, I had to realize this shit is not the real world. It's not really real. Yeah, these cats might get results and shit like that, but it's not really real. Like, they'll tell you, oh man, you gotta approach so many women and you gotta get over da. Man, don't get it twisted. It's a useful skill if you know how to do it, but that's if you know how to do it either A, during the nightlife and stuff like that. You could do that during the nightlife. That's cool. That's really the only time I feel like it's universally acceptable and nobody is going to do some weird shit like this. Like, oh man, I see you talking to 50 women. Bitch, we at a bar. Bitch, we at a club. What the fuck is you talking about? That would be extremely weird in that type of environment. So if you want to do that during the nightlife and stuff like that, that's cool. But if you gonna fucking do that shit during the day, no. You could say it's a limiting belief or something like this, but this is the truth, and I've said this in another video before. I looked around one day, and I looked around at most of the dudes I knew. I looked at the roommates that I had. I even looked at my life, and I realized the cold approaching is not how most people get butt. It's just not. It's literally just not. DMs. I've said this and it's controversial. I even had some fucking dating coach laugh at the shit. Men fuck with women who are in proximity. In proximity. And the shit that I said, it's funny that a motherfucker could even laugh at it because it's the reality. It's real. This is really what's happening with regular, normal people. Not people who are fucking, oh man, I did my 18 approaches today. Let me call my dating coach and see if I did good enough. Well, I'm not having no. This is like people who don't even know about any of this shit, who don't be logging on or nothing like that, who just live life and get at babes. Like, that's just what it is. They get at babes when they got to get at babes, how they gonna get at babes. And that's the thing. Proximity is the biggest thing. Not a cold approach, but a warm approach. That's just what it is. You don't see people talk about that because it's not an easily transferable skill. If it was an easily transferable skill, and don't get it twisted, it's not hard, but you got to actually have the personality and all of that stuff for it, and et cetera, et cetera. But, that's how come when you look at certain people, they hated teaching like social circle game and all that weird shit. But that's the thing, like, proximity is very big when it comes to this. Like, so yeah, you could shoot your DMs and all that stuff. That's cool. You could get on a dating sites and all that. That's cool. If you at the club, if you at the bar, that's when you're going to be doing the cold approaches and stuff. And even then, it don't always got to go like that. If there is a bar or something you frequent, you could have like interactions with a chick multiple times, however you do it, and it not be no full-fledged, hey, yo, what's your name? What's going on? What's up? What you smoking on? It don't got to be that. If it's some place where you frequent and it's not like 80 million people in that bitch and you see the same faces every week, you could get familiar. That's a proximity situation. But if you in some place like Vegas or Miami or even your hometown in some cases, and you in a club and it's packed as fuck, and you just on it like that, yeah, you could cold approach and stuff like that. That's cool. If you at Walmart, if you at Kohl's, if you at wherever the fuck you at, and you see a chick and you want to get at her, that's cool too. That's cool too. Do that. But I don't think that's a skill that should be cultivated. I think it's kind of outdated to an extent. And the reason I say outdated is because if what it takes is you doing 50 approaches a day to do it, it's like, bruh, you don't have to do that. With everything that we have out here today in the society that we live in, most people aren't getting butt that way. and you do not have to do that. That's just it. And then you got weird chicks like the one in the video trying to shame the dude for just trying to get some butt. And again, it goes back to the other point that I made. They have no idea what it takes because it's raining cocks. For the average woman, they got to pop an umbrella out. They get an umbrella that they're equipped with where they pop it out and hold it up because it's always raining cocks. It's always dudes trying to fuck them all the time. And they have to learn how to deflect from that. Oh, I got a boyfriend. Oh, no, he wouldn't like that. My boyfriend will beat your ass. They'll do shit like, oh, yeah, yeah, I'll go on a date with you. Oh, yeah. And then just not answer the phone. And then, oh, yeah, my house exploded and my kid died. Yeah, I got to pick him up from school for his funeral tomorrow. Like, that type of shit. They'll make excuses last minute. They come up with all types of ways to reject men and ignore men. So that's the life that they live. And even then, from our standpoint, I could say this shit, but I can't really feel what they feel. I can't really put myself in their shoes and genuinely know how it feels to be them and to deal with that. But they have no idea because they don't even take like when you look at that again, like as a guy, no matter what you're into, you're going to get rejected. By the time if you really doing anything, you're going to get some hard rejections. You're going to get some soft rejections. In the soft rejections, you're going to see those over and over again and stuff. So you'll get used to those and you got to learn how to take that and not look butt hurt and stuff like that. You got to learn how to take that shit on the chin. There are some dudes who really don't know how to take rejection. There are some. But I would like to think for the most part, most dudes take it on the chin. I would like to think that. I'm not there. I'm not in women's shoes and stuff like that, so I would say that's more for a woman to say. But from what I know and from what I've seen in the culture that's cultivated, not even just in my community, but just all around, it's like, bro, you don't wig out after a chick rejects you or no shit like that. It's not masculine. That's not manly, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes to a babe, like they don't take rejection well. You could look at this balloon date and stuff. A guy said that he didn't like a chick's sandals. Not that her feet was smacked. Not that she was ugly. Not that she wasn't his type. He said, I'm not really digging the sandals. She went fucking ballistic because they can't take any type of criticism. They can't take any type of rejection. They talk about how fragile the male ego is. They shit is fucking, boy, that shit is the thinnest piece of glass you'll ever see, my nigga. And with that, I'm done. Again, let me know your thoughts. Be sure to comment below. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm out.